Pretty good Saturday morning, everyone. Meteorologist Jonathan Weant here. I think we've given enough time to get everybody started here on this Saturday morning. It's Labor Day weekend, and I know we had some showers and storms last night. Before we go on, I just want to make sure that we got the audio working and everything here. So just give me 1 second. And I know we had some showers and storms last. Okay, so I know the audio is working today. So we're now starting to kind of get away with the showers and storms. We're going to talk about your Labor Day weekend forecast along with Hurricane Irma. I know everyone has their eyes on Irma and kind of wanting to know what's going on. Before I want to turn this down. Hurricane Irma. There we go. So I can see all of your questions. I'm going to see, ask any of your questions. I'm going to try to answer them as best as I can. One thing that I can go ahead and tell you right now is the track of Irma is still very, very uncertain. And if it were to have an impact to the United States, it wouldn't be until a week from now, if not even longer. So we have plenty of time to track Irma, plenty of time to see, what the models are tracking and where they're going. So I know everyone's wondering, in your exact city, if the hurricane's going to come there or not. Again, right now, the matter of the fact is that we just don't know. But what I can tell you is what we do know, and that is that it does look like it's going to be a close call. So that is why we're going to have to keep a close eye on this system. So let me go ahead and kind of, let's move this over to the corner here. Show you the latest 11 o'clock updates. Still winds of 110 miles per hour. So, and that actually may not be correct. I'm not sure. It still says 110. What I saw from the National Hurricane Center was 95. It has weakened just a bit. It's a small hurricane right now, Category 2 storm, with wind gusts up to 115 miles per hour. But it's going to kind of fluctuate in winds over the next couple of days. The pressure has dropped 973 and is moving off towards the west at 15 miles per hour. So that you can kind of see the Cape Verde Islands to the east. I'm just going to zoom out just so that you can see just how far this is from the United States. It is very far, closer to Africa than it is to the United States. And then behind Irma, you can see this cluster. This actually has a 60% chance of tropical development over the next 5 days. 0% chance of development right now, but over the next 5 days, it's got that 60% chance of tropical development. But again, we're keeping a close eye on Irma, getting a little bit closer. It has a pretty good, well-defined eye with this system. But right now, it has kind of gotten to some drier air and some wind shear. So it's weakened, but that's kind of expected that we're going to see that. So before I play this out, I just want to make sure that you can see it on your screen. Okay, there you go. So forecast track still Hurricane Category 2, and it probably should remain a Category 2, and again fluctuate overnight to Category 3, taking it close to the Lesser Antilles as a Category 4 storm by Wednesday. So again, you can just see how slow this storm is tracking. And right now it does look like it's going to be just north of the islands, but the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, it's going to be a close call. It's going to be a big enough storm that they may actually have to deal with some of the outer bands and some issues there. And then from the National Hurricane Center, this goes 5 days out. So roughly Thursday, I know the timestamp says Friday, but basically this is Thursday, as a Category 4 storm. And you can see here this is the cone of uncertainty right here. So that's because the models are still kind of all over the place, and forecasts doesn't really do that well 5 days out with tropical systems. So again, that's as far as the National Hurricane Center goes. But as far as the forecast models go, this is what we call our spaghetti plots. And you can see that, and again, I want to make sure that the camera, there we go. So as we go through time, you'll see they're doing a pretty good job, again, taking it just to the north of the Lesser Antilles, and then they kind of start to make that curve. And there are some of them that take it close to North Carolina, and this is just a few of the models that we have. There are more models out there. There are some that take this up to South Carolina. There are plenty that curve it off towards the ocean. So again, right now it's just anybody's guessing game. It's not a time to panic. It's not a time to, worry about it. But you need to start thinking about your plans. Just have that kind of in the back of your mind. Make sure that you have your supply kit handy. It's always good, especially as we approach the peak of hurricane season. The peak of hurricane season is September the 10th. So it's always good when you live along the coast just to kind of go through those plans throughout the hurricane season, just in case. That way, if a storm does hit, you'll be ready and you won't have any issues. So there's the forecast spaghetti plots, and you can kind of see again that motion towards the west and then turn the curve. Now, I've got two forecast models that we like to look at. Okay, this is the GFS and the European model. The GFS is the American model. The European is the Europe model. Now, if you remember back during Harvey, the European model did very well with the forecast track of Harvey, and the GFS didn't do such a great job. So just keep that in mind as I play this out here. This is Saturday, 11 a.m. Model's doing a great job, even through Sunday into Monday. This is Monday at 7 p.m. Again, taking it closer to the Lesser Antilles. But once we get into Wednesday, you see here the forecast models start to split just a bit. The GFS is a little bit more towards the north, and the Euro is further towards the south. What you're also going to notice is that the European model has slowed down just a bit, while the GFS model it has sped up. So as we go through time, you'll see here that the GFS starts to outrun the European model. This is Friday, so again, several days out. And notice where the models are hinting at this storm. Again, Friday of next week. Let's go even further into time. Now this is where things get interesting, okay? The GFS wants to take this up towards the New England area by next Saturday to Sunday, okay? While the European model is still down over the Bahamas. So a big split there in the forecast differences, and that's why the forecast is so uncertain several days out. And that's why, yes, it's there, yes, the models are showing this, but they have also been changing. This is the latest run. Yesterday's run was not like this. Yesterday's run, the GFS was further out to sea. And if you remember earlier in the week, the European model was into the Gulf of Mexico. Now, you're probably going to freak out here when I show you this next step, but don't freak out, okay? You'll see the European model taking this to the South Carolina, North Carolina section here. So that is why we are concerned. That's why we're tracking it. We're keeping a close eye on it. Nothing is set in stone. As you see, there's the two completely different models, have two different solutions. So let's kind of get to the reason why we're seeing this here. We've got this big, strong high pressure. We call it the Bermuda High, okay? Some of the forecast models take this high and keep it very strong. And if that's the case, then Irma will continue to make her way towards the Bahamas as we go forth in time. And the forecast track would be the southeast coast, as that high pressure system, let's see if I can do this, is just nudging Irma there, okay? Now, that's one scenario. The other scenario is this dip in the jet stream right here. Let's see if I can do it. There you go. This dip, some of the forecast models take this jet stream further towards the south, and if that happens, then this high pressure system over here, whoops, let's go back to that. So the high pressure system off towards the east is going to weaken. And that will lead to a second scenario where the forecast track, again, either out to sea or up to the New England area. So again, that's where the question lies. How strong the high pressure is, how strong the trough comes, the jet stream comes in from the northwest. Does it dip and get picked up by the trough, or is it limiting factor, and does that high pressure system strengthen and push Irma in? Still a lot to be determined, a lot to kind of figure out with that system there. Just wanted to go ahead and say good morning to everyone that's just now joining us. Again, and this is going to be posted, this will be saved once I end. So if you missed the first half of this, wait until this video ends, and then you can go back and watch what I was talking about with the two scenarios there with the GFS and the European. So Labor Day weekend, let's talk about our forecast here at home real quickly. So yesterday we had several tornado warnings, and we had a lot of severe weather across the Carolinas. Things are starting to improve just a bit. We've got some rain showers over towards northern Horry County and portions of the Mullins area, southern Florence County and portions of Marion County, seeing some light rain showers right now. But we've got a lot of clouds along the coast, and I think we're going to hold on to that cloud cover as we go throughout the day today. But you'll notice further inland, we're actually seeing a little bit of sunshine popping out. So that's going to help the temperatures to warm up just a bit. Further along the coast, I think our temperatures are going to be a little bit lower because of the cloud cover. But you can see right now, as of 11:14, we're sitting into the mid and upper 70s for the PD, upper 70s for the beaches. For today, the low 80s, right around 84 for the beaches, 86 to maybe near 88 for the PD, just depending on how much sunshine we see. Isolated to scattered showers and storms. I really think the morning half is probably going to be the best chance for showers and storms, kind of like what we're seeing right now, and then we'll have a lesser of a chance though as we go into the afternoon and evening. And again, the bulk of the activity is going to be for the coastal section, so east of I-95 we'll have the better chance to see any showers and storms. Mostly cloudy to start our night, but then we'll see the clearing skies as we head into the latter portion of the night into tomorrow, with a few showers lingering. Again, the main threat is really going to be for the coast. So let's kind of play your future track out here. You can kind of see around 1 to 2 o'clock a few of those showers along the beaches with the sea breeze. But notice further inland, around 6 o'clock towards Dillon, Florence, Hartsville, models showing sunshine popping out. So if you have any grilling plans tonight, it's going to be a fantastic night to do so. And then as we head into your Sunday morning, we're going to start off with clear skies, temperatures into the low 60s. It's going to feel very nice out there. Sunday afternoon, beach plans, grilling plans, golfing plans, perfect afternoon. And then as we head into Monday, Labor Day, taking time off, it's just going to be fantastic. We're not worried about any rain or clouds, but it's going to be warm and humid once we get back up. And what I want to do here is just kind of show you, there we go, the tonight's forecast tomorrow and all the way up through Monday. So for tomorrow, highs right around 86, and let's see, I'll make sure. Let's see, you might not be able to see me. I'm going to move the camera around just a bit so you can see the forecast there. Upper 60s or upper 80s to near 90 for the PD tomorrow and Monday. Mid and upper 80s for the beaches. Again, it's just going to be fantastic. So again, if you just joined and missed the talk about Hurricane Irma, the video is going to be posted. Go back and watch that. Right now, it's something that we're watching. We're keeping a close eye on it. If I were to say anything, the models are going to get into better agreement as we go through time. I think that by Wednesday of this coming week, we should have a better idea. But until then, the models are going to go back and forth on the track of Irma. And as soon as I see a consistency in one model, then that's when I'm going to start getting a little bit more confident in the forecast. If I start to see one run here showing, you know, a southeast coast hit, and then the next run it shows it curving off to sea, you know, and then back and forth, then again, there's still too much inconsistency, and that's what we're seeing right now, unfortunately. So we're just going to have to keep a close eye on it. In the meantime, just enjoy your Labor Day. Everyone have a great day.